Hey guys, welcome back again to the Zeal Cigar Review. Just me today. We're going to be talking about a few things that are really important. I'm going to share with you my top 3 things that will make your cigar smoking habit much more pleasurable. All next on the Zeal Cigar Review. Well, guys, we have a new camera angle and everything like that. We have new camera equipment coming to the Zeal Cigar Review, and we're very excited about that because, quite frankly, we should have done that a long time ago. But I digress. With that said, I wanted to share 3 simple habits that anybody who smokes cigars can implement to make their cigar smoking more pleasurable. And I know a lot of people at the beginning of the year get into cigar smoking. They get into it and they're very excited about it. I mean, it's all over celebrities and, you know, guys like Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan, all these people are smoking cigars. And so guys get into cigars. There's 3 things that you should do before you get into cigars or should know about before you start smoking cigars that I think are critical to helping you enjoy, very much so, the pleasure of smoking cigars. And so here's my first one. If you plan on jumping into cigars like full bore and you're gonna be in it, you gotta get a humidor, a lighter cutter, all that kind of stuff, invest well in that. Meaning don't get the cheapest thing, but don't go overwhelmingly big and get the biggest thing. What I would tell you is get a really good cutter and a really good lighter. And when I say really good, keep it $150 because between about 20 and 50, you're gonna find a lot of great options. Some like this Zyphy all-in-one cigar lighter, cutter, punch, and everything else. You can see it like right here. You can see the double flame on that. It's even got an integrated V-cut right there. This is a good investment because it has the lighter, the cutter, it has a punch on it and everything else like that. This will last you for a long time. The thing I like about this lighter in particular, when you're getting into cigars, it has a dual flame. Now, dual flame is pretty much all you need because it's gonna light your cigar in an efficient manner, but it also comes to a point. I don't know if you can see this or not. If you see that flame against my white beard, you probably can't, but that flame comes to a point. That's one of the best ways to light a cigar. So, because when it comes to a point, you can actually light the cigar very, very controllably. A lot of like 3 or 4 quad flames, if you would, they're big and fat and flat, and you can't really do much with that if you have a smaller cigar. So get yourself a dual flame lighter or a single flame lighter when you're starting out, and a good accessory. That's the very first thing. Start out with a good accessory. The second thing you want to do is make sure you understand humidity in cigars, okay? That's one of the most important things to enjoying your cigar is it's being properly humidified. Now, we all know the sweet spot is 70-70. It's 70% humidity and 70 degrees. Now, realistically, if you live in a real cold climate or you live in a real warm climate, you're going to be on both spectrums of that. So you want to keep it somewhere between 65 and 73, 74 as far as the humidity is concerned. Going less in that will dry out your cigars. Going more in that runs the case for beetles. Now, this is something you may not know as you're getting into cigars. Every single premium handmade cigar has microscopic beetle larvae in it. And if it gets too warm in your humidor and it's too humid, basically 80-80, what ends up happening is those hatch and you get these microscopic little bitty beetles that eat the tobacco. But if your cigars are in cellophane, they don't eat the cellophane and live. They die. So a lot of times people will store the cigars without cellophane on them. I say store them with cello. Very important because it's going to help you not put all your investment at risk. And you can mitigate that risk by properly humidifying your stuff, checking on it frequently. And I don't mean like every single day, like, I don't know, twice or 3 times a week, depending on how many times you smoke in a week. It will depend on how you keep your humidity. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the plastic on the outside of this right here, you guys, a lot of people say that it's plastic. It's not plastic. This is called cellophane. And this cellophane is 100% biodegradable. And so as a result of that, you can put it in a cup of water and it actually, like if you throw it on the ground, a few rains, it just emulsifies immediately. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I have a cup of water right here. No, it's not vodka and I'm not drinking it in the morning, and I have basically a used piece of cellophane right here. I'm gonna show you what happens when you put this into water and what it does. I don't know if you can see right now, but it's actually loosening up a little bit, and the longer you keep that in water, it will actually emulsify. So it's not plastic, it's cellophane made out of fruit pectin. Typically it's a little porous, and so what happens is humidity can go in and out of that. It keeps the humidity in your cigars regulated better than without the cellophane on them. So the longer you keep this in, the more it's gonna kind of fall apart. So this isn't plastic, it's actually cellophane. So a lot of people think it's plastic, but it's not. The final tip that I have for you, if you're getting into cigars and you want to make your experience much more pleasurable is ask a lot of people what they're smoking and what their palate is. That's one of the big mistakes that I made when I first got into it. I think it's one of the mistakes that a lot of guys make is, guys are typically guys. We kind of roll on our own and we kind of get into stuff and we kind of do our own thing. But when you're getting into cigars in particularly when you don't know much, what you want to do is find other people around you that are experienced smokers. If they're experienced smokers, ask them, hey, I'm just getting into cigars. What would you suggest that I smoke? And listen to a plethora of suggestions. A lot of people will point you to lighter cigars, maybe even flavored cigars. Some guys who actually listen a little bit more, including myself, I've changed this quite recently, where I've heard other guys go, man, I think I'm ready to step up after their first or second cigar that's very, very light or flavored, and they jump right into strong, robust, peppery cigars, and they love it. So when you're asking other guys around you and you're asking other cigar smokers, what are you smoking? Maybe go on social media and find what other people are smoking. Then you can start making decisions for yourself in regards to your own palate. Like, I like this, I like that. And pretty soon, within probably about a couple months, where your palate is in regards to strength there. Like, do I like smooth and creamy, or do I like rich and robust, light pepper, strong pepper, complexity, simplicity? I mean, there's a lot of different things in the cigar game that more cigar smokers around you will help you with. Well, guys, I hope that was helpful for you guys getting into cigars. Just 3 simple things that I would tell you. Hey, make sure that you follow these and you'll have a pleasurable journey as you smoke cigars. So thank you so much for joining me for the Zeal Cigar Review. I'm out of here like last year. Peace.